welcome to the Adulting with Happiness channel. In today's video, I want to chat to you guys about body shaming, specifically skinny shaming. There are a few experiences that I'm going to share in this video that maybe some of you have gone through. I know a lot of people that are like me. By like me, I mean skinny or petite. That will relate to this video. So if you feel that there's something that you want to comment or something, or a few points that you want to share, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Do not hesitate to send some love. Please subscribe, like, and share this video with any of your friends that you think might benefit from this video. Today's video is not very serious. It's just us chatting about being skinny, us chatting about the problems that we go through because we are skinny. We basically go through these problems because we are skinny. So I know you will relate to a lot of these things, and if I forget to mention anything else, please do let me know in the comment section. But other than that, let me not waste your time and let's just get to chatting about being skinny. So before we get to chatting about some of the problems that we go through because we are skinny, let me just be specific on, or just define what exactly skinny shaming is and what happens when you're skinny shamed or when you're skinny shaming someone, because this is almost like an educational video. So we have to know if we really are being skinny shamed, or are you skinny shaming someone and you just don't know that it's skinny shaming. So skinny shaming basically is, according to my definition or my understanding, skinny shaming is having any comments or shame thoughts on someone's body type, right? Let me not say body type because that would be body shaming, but on someone's weight when they're skinny, having something negative always to say about their body weight, their structure, their body structure, or how skinny they are, having comments about their weight, about their eating habits, about anything to do with their body, right? Anything to do about them being skinny or petite. I don't know if it would be petite shades. So skinny shaming comments can be anything like, oh, you need to eat more, or you're too thin, or how come you're so skinny, are you sick, or anything along those lines, right? So you know that you're being skinny shamed when people have made such comments to you, or you know that you're skinny shaming someone when you make such comments. So I've always been a small girl from high school, from primary, always. I mean, from birth, primary, high school, college, still now I'm still a small girl. So there are a few things in my life growing up that people have said, and people including family members, friends, or just random people, right? People who feel comfortable enough to say those things, right? And early stages of growing up, I didn't think it was skinny shaming. I just thought it was normal that people would say those. What I didn't like was how it made me feel. And those people who say those things, they don't understand that such things actually make you feel bad about yourself, right? They see it off as a joke and it's brushed off, or everybody laughs about it and it's brushed off. And so it would be comments like, oh, you're so skinny, or people even nicknaming you those weird things like mosquito, or or tiny one, or small one, or tiny, or slender, or something like that. I think that's where my love for baggy clothes started, where I would wear baggy clothes to hide my body type or to hide my body. So I wouldn't wear anything tight because I feel like people would see my knees, or people would see how small my thighs are, or how, all those different things. And it really affected my life. Like, it really affected my way of thinking about myself and how I felt about myself. It even got to a point where if I looked at myself in the mirror, all I would see is all those horrible things about myself, like how dark my knees are, how small my knees are, or how tiny my thighs are, or the gap between my thighs is too big, or something like that. So yeah, it's a lot of things that were said that got me to the point where I was now taking medication to stop being skinny, basically, to gain weight and be thick and be seen as normal. And then I also did experience that, where when I was taking medication and I was still skinny, people obviously still had those comments, calling you the names and thinking it's cute that they call you these names, or asking you silly questions like, how are you going to keep a baby in your tummy, or how is a baby going to grow in your tummy, or how are you, it was silly questions that were so hurtful, but you would laugh it off because you didn't want to say anything. And I think the worst comment that I got was, how are you going to keep a baby in your tummy? How is a baby even going to grow in your tummy because you're so small? I think that was the worst. I think that crushed me, and that was way after high school, or after, like, yeah, I think that was way after college and my first job. Yeah, that's when I think that's when the comments actually got worse, because I was now exposed to adults more, and they, you know how adults are, they feel like they always have something to say, right? So yeah, people always feel like they have something to say. So when I was now taking medication, I was gaining a little bit of weight. I started feeling attractive. I started feeling like I'm okay. So if you watch my previous video, I'm gonna try have a link pop up there so that can lead you to my previous video where I was talking about why I stopped taking ciprofloxacin. You'll understand why I stopped taking the medication and why I took the medication, what was the goal and all of that, did I achieve the goal or not. But it was not a good way for myself to try gain weight, because I had been trying to gain weight for the longest time. Since high school, I had been trying to gain weight and I was failing to do so. And it wasn't making it easy, because people would always have those comments, whether it's at school, whether it's at home, and whether it's anyway, people just always had comments about my body weight, right? And it's not like I was small. I know I was small because I think I was weighing like 45 kg for the longest time, and I only gained later in life, and that was way after high school. So yeah, people always had comments, and that's one horrible thing about being skinny. No matter how good you look in a dress, no matter how good you look in an outfit, or no matter how good you look, people just want to say how skinny you look, and they have no remorse in saying it, and they're not really aware of what they're doing unless you tell them. So that's why I was like, you actually need to tell people that you feel body shaming you, that no, listen, you are body shaming me right now, and I do not appreciate that. So I've started doing that. Whenever someone says about my weight, I literally put a hold on it. I'm like, no, listen, let's never talk about my weight. Do not ever feel the need to have a comment about my weight. I'm okay the way I am, and if you have a problem about that, please just don't voice it out. People do get offended, like people do feel like you're fighting with them. At that moment, yes, you will be fighting, because it's your body, it's your self-esteem at risk here. So yes, you will be fighting, but it's okay, let them fight, and then afterwards make a joke about something else, like, oh, isn't this nice, don't you think we should do this, to make them feel like, listen, I don't like you doing this, but me and you are cool. Or some of the worst comments that have been said to me as a skinny girl, I think the first comment would be, you need to eat more. I think people should stop saying that. Like, stop telling someone that they need to eat more unless they asked you for advice on how they need to gain weight, or whatever the case be. Never feel the need to tell someone that they need to eat more, or that the reason they're skinny is because they're not eating, unless they've asked you for advice. But do not ever feel the need to voice that. So it's so surprising, because what makes you feel like they're not eating more? What makes you feel like I'm not eating more? What makes you think I'm not eating more? What makes you think I'm not eating, right? What if there are so many other conditions that could lead to someone being skinny, right? It could be genetics, it could be the fact that they choose to be skinny, or it could be the fact that it's a disease, an underlying disease or conditions, right? So maybe they do eat, and because of genetics, they're just not gaining the weight. It's like me, I eat, but I just do not gain the weight. And the second comment I would say is nicknaming someone according to their weight. Linda, or Mosquito, or Twinkie, or Sticks, or I'm trying to think of all the nicknames that I've been given in my lifetime, or Small One, or yeah, all those different nicknames, right? Imagine, okay, let me switch sides. Imagine if someone called you Fatty Boom Boom, right? Imagine if someone called you Fatty Boom Boom and that was your nickname, Fatty Boom Boom. Would that make you feel good about yourself, right? So how I usually make people understand what skinny shaming is, right? I find personally that most people that feel the need to have comments about my weight are not skinny, right? So whenever they say something bad to me, I say it back to them, but relating to their weight. Like if someone says, calls me slender, I would say, hi, fatty boom boom. And then if they have something to say about it, I'm like, but is it okay for you to call me slender? You know, so the thing is that people always think that because you're skinny, what they're saying is not offensive. But because they're not skinny, or maybe they're thick, or, you know, fluffy, as I like to say, what you say about them is offensive, right? Fat shaming and skinny shaming is in a way the same thing. The same way fat shaming makes you feel bad is the same way skinny shaming makes the person feel bad as well, right? So that's something that people don't understand. So if someone says to you should eat more, right, and you respond to them with you should eat less, how are they going to feel about that, right? How are they going to handle that? They're not going to handle that very well, because they're going to get so offended. Like, what do you mean I should eat less? Are you trying to say something? You know, it's the same way. What do you mean I should eat more? Are you trying to say something? Do you get what I mean? So people don't understand it that way. But yeah, that's the second thing the second worst thing or comment that's been made to me was the nicknames. Please don't call us nicknames. Please don't call us slender, sticks, twinks, or something like that. Don't call us that. It's very offensive and we do not like it. I personally do not like it. I hate it with a passion. I hate it. I think the third comment, so this one was from a family member. So the third experience, let me not say comment because it wasn't a comment. So the third experience that I've gone through that I feel like people should never have the audacity to do, people should never have the audacity to actually do this, right? So I had a family member call my mother and tell my mother, I put up a profile picture of myself. I put it up because I thought it was a good picture of myself. I thought I looked good, right? So I had a family member who decided to call my mother and tell my mother to look at my profile picture and go on to ask my mother if I'll try to show you guys the picture somewhere here, how the picture looked, and ask my mother if something was wrong with me. Am I okay? Am I eating well? Because I look too skinny in that picture. And they went on further to say that I should remove the picture because it's not a good portrayal of like me or how I should look. It doesn't look like I'm healthy, basically. So when you guys see the picture, you let me know in the comment section if did I look not healthy in any way? Did I not look happy in any way? I don't have any more comments about this particular experience because it still hurts to this point. Like, someone would actually get to call your mother or call your parents to actually pass comments like that, right? And your parents are not the ones who actually pass those comments because they know you've been like that your whole life. Like, they have no problem, right? So I find that mostly in our community, like our African community, that's where most of the skinny comes in, where we feel like a woman should not be skinny because men might not like her, or a woman should not be skinny because they don't portray the image of an African woman, right? But that's a conversation for another day. It's just some of my experiences going forward. So I think, yeah, I think I'll just end up. I do think that there is still a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of society and what we're doing in terms of being skinny. There are a few problems that we go through, like finding outfits, learning to love ourselves. And I see on YouTube there are a lot of videos trending on teaching girls on gain weight in 30 days and stuff like that, and that should actually be a portrayal of all the horrible things that us skinny people are going through. If we're going to want to gain weight in 30 days and we're going to want to lose weight in 30 days or something like that, it's just a reflection of how messed up society is, that we think weight is like an outfit. You can change it in 30 days and it'll stay there, right? So the sooner you learn to love yourself, the sooner you learn to understand your body type. And if you want to gain weight, I personally do want to gain weight. If you want to gain weight and you think you'll be happy about yourself when you gain weight, then please do so. I'm trying to do so now the healthy way. Do so the healthy way. Avoid trying to gain weight using medication, using supplements and all of that. There's so many other healthy ways of gaining weight. It might not give you the overnight results, but it is healthy ways, like working out, eating, healthy food, eating your protein, taking your vitamins and all of that. it's just healthier ways just to make sure that you gain the weight that you want, and you gain the weight that will last. You gain the weight that will stay. My advice to everyone is that if you feel like you have a comment about someone's weight, keep it to yourself. Unless they ask for your advice, keep it to yourself. Do not ever feel the need to say something about somebody's weight, about somebody's legs, about somebody's... Shut up. Unless we ask for the advice, unless we ask you what we need to do, unless... yeah, like, shut up. Like, just shut up. All right, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this short chat about skinny shaming. I just felt like, yeah, just a nice short video to show you guys that there's not only fat shaming out there, there is also skinny shaming, and it is real, and we just need to stop commenting about people's weight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video on all social media platforms. I love you guys much. Please do feel free again to subscribe. I am begging you guys to please subscribe. Other than that, I have to love and leave you guys. We shall chat another day, and I will post a more detailed and structured video, unlike this short chat that I just did here. But yeah, I love you guys so much. See you on my next video.